So what's going on, everybody? JA News. Salute to you for tuning in. So it's the Friday show. We're going to be heading into the weekend the right way. Now for today, we had some major releases, which of course we're going to be recapping. We also got a whole bunch of Jordan Brand updates, including a brand new 2026 collaboration, which has just leaked. Plus, we got a first look at a brand new model from Jordan Brand. This one's actually going to be the follow-up to the Jordan 4 RM. So you're definitely not going to want to miss that one. Plus, we got a big update in regards to a highly anticipated upcoming release. It looks like Nike has other plans for this drop, and as far as this one, they may be catching a lot of people off guard. So guys, if you enjoy these updates, make sure you smash the like button down below, and let's go ahead and begin with some quick updates. So what you're looking at right here happens to be a new pair of $150 triple white Air Force Ones from Nike, which actually happen to be the latest collaboration from A Ma Maniére, which it feels like nowadays a lot of their more recent drops happen to be under heavy scrutiny, which I guess they kind of deserve that. But as far as this one right here, I would say we got to look at things from a positive scope. You know, I know people would call these lazy, probably based off like, say, recent drops such as the Concrete Boy Air Force Ones, which people said that was a boring design. You also got the Travis Scott Utopia Air Force Ones. But as far as the positives, when it comes to this release right here, believe it or not, A Ma Maniére, they do have a loyal fan base. They like to shop in their stores. So I'm guessing they would probably look at this as more of like a premium experience when it comes to an Air Force One. So when it comes to this one, I'm guessing these will probably be limited on top of everything as well. So be on the lookout, as these are set to drop coming up this summer, retailing for 150 bucks. Now next up, while I try my best to kind of hype up those A Ma Maniére joints for these, pretty much can't say nothing too much about these other than the fact that you basically got a new colorway of the Jordan 11. Based off the images though, the lighting is kind of giving off like cool gray vibes, but these are actually a women's exclusive drop, so they actually do look just as they sound as these are the sale Jordan 11s. Now as far as this one right here, I guess these are cool or whatever. If Nike and Jordan Brand were to drop these in extended sizes, I'm guessing that this would probably be a release that a lot of the fellas would be picking up. But as far as a women's drop, you guys can look forward to these coming November 11th, and big sizes are going to be starting at 230 bucks. Now as far as today's releases, we did have some major drops from New Balance, but we're going to go ahead and start with Jordan Brand, which they hit us with the Jordan 1 Low Rookie of the Year. Now this is a sneaker which we've talked about several times, probably one of the better Jordan 1 Low releases that we're going to see coming out this year. But as far as today's release, this one did kind of have an interesting storyline, which we did see the sneaker drop pretty much just about everywhere, but there were rumors of like quality control issues, shipments being sent back, stuff like that. So it turns out, although this sneaker did drop at a lot of different retailers and locations, it did seem like this sneaker was a lot more limited than a lot of people initially expected. So they're pretty much sold out all across the board. According to Eldon Monitors, for today's Sneakers app drop, we had roughly about 10,000 pairs hit the app. So I'd be curious to know if any of you guys went for these today, retailing at 140 bucks. And then of course we had the big Action Bronson release as he released the new Amazonia pair, which we've spoken on these pretty much a bunch of times. I like these. Turns out I didn't actually go for them. Like, I just feel like I can't jump on the Action Bronson hype wave bandwagon right now, but don't get it twisted. This is definitely a dope sneaker. Now, as far as the release, it seemed to be fairly successful, just like the last pair that dropped, as they're doing this like cool new little raffle invoice system, which I guess people were able to have success on this drop. I see my boy Mr. Bread and Butter, he hit, so I'm guessing maybe a lot of people hit on these, but then again, he pretty much grabs everything, so you guys know how that one goes. So this was another great one for the Action Bronson lineup, which it looks like will complete the pack here for these 990 V6s. We'll have to wait and see what his next collab with New Balance is, but rumor has it, I think he has like a 992 or something in the works, so we'll have to wait on that. We definitely know he's gonna be dropping something big, probably for like the fourth quarter or something like that. So let's go ahead and keep things moving. Some great drops today. Let's go ahead and jump into today's fits of the day, which if you guys ever want to be featured here in my favorite segment, all you simply got to do is just tag me on your favorite outfit picks over on the gram. Now you guys have been showing a lot of love here. We got 3 different people stepping up to the plate. So first up, we got Bishop _ the DJ True, which you guys see the fit. Normally you guys know I like to get off a lot of jokes right here, but as far as my man Bishop, he looks like one that maybe you don't want to play with right here. So as far as the fit, got a good old school low vibe going on right here, a whole bunch of polo. And then as far as the footwork, got a good rare pair of those Jordan soles. That's one that you definitely don't see them threes often, so definitely got to give him props on that fit. Now, as far as our next fit, we got WizKid 2, with a crazy outfit going on. I ain't gonna lie, this one's like giving me ADHD just from looking at it right here. Now on feet, he got the good J Balvin 3s on. That's the pair that dropped last year. And as far as Jordan Brand collaborations, it's kind of crazy to see that we haven't seen them follow up anything as far as J Balvin releases this year. But you guys see him, you got the good Bape socks matching up with the Bape shorts. Just a whole lot of crazy vibes going on here with this one right here. So salute the WizKid too. Looks like he's having a great time over there. And then lastly, we got P Rican swag, which first off, right off the rip, that's like the most goated screen username I've ever seen on Instagram. So shout out to P Rican swag. As y'all see on feet, he got the full Adidas get up. Whoa. Y'all see that boy with the tracksuit going crazy out here looking like a referee or something like that. So shout out to him on the fit. As far as these 3 outfits, guys, rather than giving them a rating 0 out of 10, let me know which one y'all felt like was the fit of the day. Are we going with Bishop, looking real serious out here, rocking a rare pair of Jordan 3s? Are we rocking with WizKid with the crazy wild fit out here, having a great time rocking the J Balvin 3s? Or are we going with my man P Rican swag with the good full Adidas get up out here looking like a referee, official, like a referee with a whistle? You know how the saying goes. So drop your feedback on that one, guys. And with those quick updates out of the way, let's go ahead and jump here into our main stories. Now, as far as this first one right here, this was a highly anticipated drop. It looks like we got a big update as far as the Air Max 95 OG Big Bubble Neon. So with this release, remember guys, Nike did a little soft launch where they were dropping these joints in stores via select cities, which we had reports early that was going to be April 4th. And then coming up on April 18th, we were supposed to see a wider sneakers app release, right? So I don't know if y'all are like paying attention or whatever, but today it happens to be the 18th. And as far as the sneakers app drop, that joint is absolutely cricket. So it looks like Nike may have kind of switched up plans, or maybe they were wrong all along. But as far as these Air Max 95 Big Bubbles, the OG release that a lot of people were hype on, like normally when it comes to a release like this, like usually you can just grab these. Usually there's no like, you know, like hoops you got to jump through. But as far as this one, it seems like with the new retooling of this sneaker, the big bubble effect and all of that, the fact that Nike dropped these just exclusively in stores with no sneakers app drop, looks like they may have gave these the Bread 85 treatment. And turns out this was a sneaker that a lot of people weren't actually able to get their hands on. So due to the fact that these joints were so rare, I wonder if like come end of the year when people have that sneaker of the year conversation, is this one people are going to throw out there? It looks like Nike has a huge push on the Air Max 95, which I kind of tried to warn you guys about a few months back, as they did, you know, kind of hint to this at their earnings call. So it looks like the 95's got a big push. You know, they got these exclusive rare pairs. And then like if you walk into any Foot Locker or like sneaker store, they got a whole bunch of GR sitting on the shelves. So it looks like Nike had huge plans for the Air Max 95. Low key is kind of working, because according to Brendan Dunn over at Complex, we got the 95 Olympics set to return coming up here in 2026. Now, I know a lot of people are going to get off like a whole bunch of rainbow jokes about this release right here, but with all the hype that Nike's bringing to the Air Max 95, all of the looks, all of the eyes on this model, with these, I ain't even gonna lie, these joints go crazy, and I low-key feel like the hype is kind of working, as this is a sneaker which I would definitely get off. Like over the last couple of years, I really wouldn't even looked at any Air Max 95s, but just with all the attention, all of the collaborations, like even I'm being a sucker for it, and I can't help that, you know, just feel like Nike's definitely bringing back the hype to this silhouette. But will I jump on the bandwagon? We'll have to wait on that one. Now, looks like these joints, neons, ain't dropping no time soon. As far as the sneakers app drop, it looks like we may not even have one. So it looks like them joints may have just came and went. Let me know what y'all think about that one. Now, as far as Jordan Brand updates, we got a bunch of Jordan Brand updates, including the brand new model. This is the Jordan 7 RM, which happens to be the follow-up to the Jordan 4 RM. You guys know that one was a release which they debuted with the Nigel Sylvester. Moderately successful. We've seen a whole bunch of like GR colorways drop since then, but most people probably aren't really on too hype for those. So as far as the RM, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all, like he's got the good Nike Air on the back, you know, an update to the classic Jordan 7 in low top form, I guess with updated tech and everything like that. But I ain't even gonna lie, like these joints ain't it, bruh. Like It looks like the RMs are exactly what we thought they were, and these are pretty much just like rebranded Team Jordans, whatever you call it. So the RMs, the 4s were cool. These 7s though, I'm sorry y'all, these ain't it. But you know, as I always like to say, if you guys like them, I love them. I just feel like it's this back heel which just kills it. And just for me, I already know the street's not going to be rocking with these. So brand new Jordan model, the RM. I guess these are actually set to debut coming up this fall. They're going to have a whole bunch of colorways. It's kind of crazy though. Like you would have thought maybe Jordan Brand would have tried to give these like the Nigel treatment, meaning like a major collaboration or something like that. But seems like they're just going to roll these joints out plain Jane. You know, I guess even like a Nigel couldn't save these joints right here. So let's go ahead and keep things moving now. We also got a huge leak. This is a major collaboration set to drop here in 2026. So big shout out to Z Sneakerheads and Sneaker Files who broke this one. We have a Tiana Taylor Jordan 3 to look forward to for spring of 2026. Now, as far as Tiana Taylor, she is definitely a legend. You know, we've seen her grow up from like the MTV Sweet 16 days to like her affiliation with Pharrell and the Neptunes to everything she did with Good Music, her solo music career, all that good stuff. Last year, or was it a couple years ago, 2023, she dropped the Jordan 1. This was the CMFT 2. Rose from Harlem, which that one received some kind of like mixed reviews. It did have like a whole big celebrity rollout, but she did bring some cool design elements, some personal storytelling and everything like that to the release. But as far as these 3s, I don't know, man. Apparently these are gonna have some type of like removable rose vine. Again, these are just the mock-up images, but they're saying to expect this type of color blocking. Now, with these, you know, I want to root for Tiana for all of the great things that I just said, but I ain't even gonna lie, like I'm kind of Team Shump. You know, I can't even lie, like I gotta give it up for the fellas out here because it's a sad, cruel world out here, and that boy definitely got done dirty, man. I'm just playing, y'all. So salute to Tiana Taylor. Let's go ahead and before we actually reserve final judgment, I know she's getting a lot of hate for these 3s right now based off the initial first looks, but remember, it's just a mock-up photo, and let's go ahead and wait to reserve final judgment when we see what the finished product looks like. So that's a big collab they're bringing back here for 2026, Tiana Taylor Jordan 3s. Coming soon. And then lastly, guys, before we bounce here, we got a first look at the Jordan 3 Jordan Brand Classic PE. Now with this one, I feel like these joints go crazy, especially with the marbleized panel with the Nike Air on the back. But based off the comments, I was reading a lot of people hating on these, saying that these were like leftover scraps that Jordan Brand just threw together to make a pair of Jordan 3s. And everybody's saying like they're gonna pass on them, which I don't know how y'all are gonna pass when these are not even dropping for the public. Remember, these are exclusive for the Jordan Brand participants going down here in the DC little basketball game here. So as far as these, I feel like they go crazy. This is like a special exclusive Jordan release. And remember, guys, you see the word PE, reading is fundamental. These will not be dropping for the public. But just wanted to kind of showcase them if you're somebody that loves 3s, especially OGs. I feel like this is a cool little special one, especially for collectors and everything like that. So dope pair of Jordan 3s. That's all I got, guys. I hope y'all have a great weekend. JA News. I'll catch y'all Monday. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out, y'all. Love.